Hello guys, what is going on there? My name is LetsBail and welcome to today's video within Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So in this video we're going to be talking about what I think are the top 5 tips to improve your aim within Call of Duty Advanced Warfare at any first person shooter for that matter. So tip 1, start warming up and practice. I mean practice. I can't stress you enough how much of jumping into a private match before you go into multiplayer is going to start warming you up, and it's going to help your aim by a lot. And if you start doing this like every day before you start playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare or any other game, you're going to notice a big amount of difference towards your accuracy and aim within the game. So maybe grab a couple of enemy bots in there, stick yourself in free-for-all and put their health down to about 30% and use a semi-automatic weapon and try and hit the enemy with as less shots as you can. So then tip 2, I want to talk about sensitivity, because I know a lot of people start going wrong when it comes down to sensitivity. So I'm going to put this in 3 categories to make it easier for you guys to see which category you guys fall into, and maybe make a mental note down of what you guys think that you should be playing at and what you're playing at now, and maybe make a difference towards them two comparisons. So the highest sensitivity I want to talk about is actually the sniper range. So the sniper range, a lot of people have said they're playing about 10 to 12 when they're using a sniper, and I thought to myself, why is this? Because the sniper, obviously, it's a bit more fragile. When you're at longer ranges, you're not going to need like high sensitivity. Well, a lot of people have actually said, well, you do, because you need to snap on your targets a lot faster, and if you're coming into like them quick scoping modes and things like that, and you want to play quick scoping or trick shotting or things like that, you're going to need the high ones, because you're going to need to make that split second decision. Yeah, that's an enemy, I need to shoot at that guy, and obviously you've only got that one round to connect with him, so you're going to need that high sensitivity. So then the medium range, I will put this into the SMG category, simply down to the fact that you're going to be coming into a lot more gunfights, a lot more frequent if you guys are sprinting around the map and maybe rushing into the objectives and things like that. So I would say around maybe 6 to 8 or something like that, because that's what I currently play out if I'm trying to rush. So I'm playing about 6 to 8 at the minute. So then the low sensitivity is actually assault rifles, and I think this is the reason why. So down to the fact that with an assault rifle, you try and take a stealthy approach towards the game and trying to do as much damage as you can when playing that game mode or whatever, guys. Whatever you're playing, you're trying to do the biggest amount of damage you can. So therefore, you tend to stay back a little bit more and be a bit more stealthy. And obviously, when you're at like a long distance, you need that pinpoint accuracy. So I currently play on about 3 to 4. It does vary depending on what game I'm playing and what sensitivities that game offers. So then tip 3 is quite an obvious one, and a lot of people have talked about this in the past, is KontrolFreeks. I'm not saying you should go out and buy a pair of KontrolFreeks right now, because they've just released the new Sentinels for the release of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but they do have a bundle deal on at the minute, and I think it's about $34. So in British pounds, it's about £20 or something like that, with the discount code that I will leave down in the description below if you guys want to check that out, or just use that when you do come to check out. So KontrolFreeks, the HUD towards your controller. So you may be asking, what difference is this going to make? It's just a piece of plastic sat on top of my analog sticks. What difference is this going to make? Well, I will link a video down in the description below to a video which does actually give you the science behind KontrolFreeks, and it's going to explain it a lot more better than I can, and it's going to give you the product knowledge that you guys are going to need basically to satisfy yourselves, and basically it's just going to tell you everything you need there, guys. So I'm not even going to go into that. I will be doing a review soon on the new Sentinel KontrolFreeks, so maybe stay tuned for that, and I will leave a description down in the below and a link down in the below to that video when it does actually come close to the time when I will release that video. So is what I want to talk about next is actually movement. So movement is, a lot of people are not using movement to their advantage. So is what I mean by this is like exosuits and dodging left to right when coming into like close quarter contacts with the enemy. So if you get the enemy within your sights and is at a longer range and he's shooting at you and you're shooting back, then move left to right. And a lot of people don't do that. They just stay static and they get killed a lot more. And if the enemy's doing this, he's definitely doing the right thing by it, guys, because by moving left to right, you're basically throwing their accuracy off target, and they're not going to be able to make that decision whether you're going left or right and things like that. So, exosuit movement, I would highly recommend using this towards your advantage, but don't overuse it. And is what I mean is, I see a lot of people moving from building to building, and is what you're doing is you're basically exposing yourself, especially if you're not using blast suppressor or something like that. A lot more people are going to find you a lot more quicker on their minimap. So I would definitely recommend just being aware of it. Use your exo movement. Like, use it like stealthy, so almost use it towards where you're not using it at all. Just wander around the map like it was an old Call of Duty. Just try to revert back to your old Call of Duty ways. So tip 5 is what I want to talk about, is basically challenge yourself. Is what I mean by this is challenge yourself with the weapon that you're using. So I'm seeing a lot of people using like the BAL 27, the AK-12, and maybe the KF5. And the KF5, fair enough, it does have quite a lot of high recoil and quite a lot of damage. But then the AK-12 and BAL 27 don't have an awful lot amount of high recoil. They're quite basically the stay center of the target, like 95% of the time. They don't really move a lot. So start using like the KF5 or a machine gun just to basically throw you guys off target. And if you start to use a lot of high recoil guns, you're going to start to adjust to them. So then when you go back to like the guns what don't have as much recoil, it's going to feel like they're God. You're just going to feel like you're Call of Duty God, because you're going to be running around and you're going to be seeing yourself get a lot more kills, a lot more frequent within the game. And it's definitely going to help you guys out a lot by basically going back to the not so good guns, and then start using the better guns when you guys get used to basically like conquering the recoil and things like that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was Let's Bail, and like always guys, peace out.